And then our final topic, Tristan teased this, so we're going to talk about
Yeah,
it. The big future of the X-Men and the mutants. So,
yeah. I think it
oh
was
boy.
from what I saw, I think it was like in one of the I think it's one of the direct issue interviews with Kevin Feige.
Yeah, Kevin
And
Feige directly just tackles this.
yeah, where he basically says like after Secret Wars, the mutants are going to be a very prime focus going forward after the
I mean,
fact.
he just confirmed the Mutant Saga, which is what we
Yeah,
all have been calling it. It's
yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah, and so essentially, like for better or for worse, for other superpowered entities, namely the Inhumans and Eternals, like their time is done. They're going with the moneymakers at this particular moment, which sadly are mutants, and this is what they're just going going full on with all type of mutants that they're gonna see what they can do because Hugh Jackman's still gonna be still be Wolverine forever. How long he can still play Wolverine, but
right.
like the main team is gonna be a little bit different. So I'm really very interested in what they're actually gonna be doing with some of the mutant topics and how they are going to shape the MCU in 616.
Hmm.
Hopefully, they don't like full on go on to like the Mars era of mutants where you'll have Martian mutants
No, we're
trying
not
to
jumping that shark yet. Not right
trying
off.
to
No, 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 no.
trying to like Game of Thrones it and
Right.
control Earth's mutants and Earth in a way. So I
I
just
think, like, if you look at the bigger picture here with the mutants, they know that the
yeah,
mutants can carry them for another decade. So let's
yeah.
say another 3 phases. We're going
Mhm,
to get probably a 3 year phase, a 4 year phase, and
mhm,
like another 3-ish year phase. And each one is going to be bookended, probably with a major Avengers and X-Men crossover. So you're
mhm,
going to have probably X-Men kicks it
mhm,
off, and then like X-Men Avengers Age of Apocalypse. You end it all with Days of Future Past in a decade where everybody is too old. And then
mhm.
that opens you up for a fresh reboot.
Okay.
Unlike Secret Wars, which is a small reset. That's how I would
Yeah.
see them doing it. And then you also got a decade to flesh out some of these characters. Characters like, Iron Man and Captain America, they're all already going to be way older, so you're going to have to retire them. So I think you're kind of setting up
Mhm,
the next decade of the MCU,
mhm,
but also a natural reboot point. Because at that point,
mhm.
by the time this is all done, believe it or not, the MCU will be 30-ish years old. That's too much
Wow.
continuity, man. Like
That's a wow.
you're gonna need a reboot. So like we're coming up to 20 years in
Yeah.
like 2 years. Like that's it's wild, but here we are. So
Yeah.
like I think they're placing the mutants in at the best opportune time before
Mhm,
we get another take on them. And what I like about it is apparently, or maybe I don't like it, we're gonna get them, but they're just gonna be multiversed in to the point where it's like after Secret Wars, they're like, oh yeah, they were here the entire time in
oh,
this new continuity. So you're like, so the events of Age of Ultron happened. You're like, yes. Did any mutants help?
no.
Maybe. It's going to be the James Gunn Peacemaker situation. It's like,
Yeah.
whatever I say is canon is canon. It's like,
So
oh,
like maybe a few maybe helped like off screen maybe. It's like but yeah, it's they're gonna go that route with them basically with the new version of like a 616 where mutants were always there. Um I mean it's fine. It's just that uh, how do it's that I would at least want if they're gonna do that, I would at least want something that is that they were there in a sense, be it that they were either a natural evolution, like how they
mm-hmm.
usually are, or it was an unnatural evolution, induced by making trying to make a super soldier serum or a better version of one, and
Right.
that some of those experiments for however they induced this new evolution in humans.
Yeah.
Because what's weird, especially like in comics, a mutant is anyone naturally born with their powers,
Right.
meaning that if your parents or one parent had superpowers and they were given to them, they they aren't a mutant, but you potentially have the potential to be a mutant because you can be born with either a version of your parents' powers or
Hmm.
some different mutation of those powers manifested in you, and there you go. Even though your parents are not mutants,
Right. Right.
you are a mutant. So
Exactly. So like they got a good in here. Obviously we already have mutants in the MCU. She-Hulk,
yeah,
multiple mutants appear. Miss
yeah,
Marvel's a mutant. Like, so it's not a new
yeah,
concept. It's just the handling of how they're
yeah.
gonna do it. So that's what's
Well,
gonna be.
yeah, it's like hopefully they don't keep doing the guitar riff every time. He's like, "Who's this person? He might be a mutant."
Yeah. It's Kevin Feige can't help himself. I couldn't
Yeah,
believe that watching Miss Marvel. He's like,
yeah,
there's something wrong with your DNA. It's almost like a mutation. I
yeah.
was like,
Like
oh my God, this was a Gotham moment if I've ever seen one. It's
yeah,
like,
it's like no one was gonna get that a small little wink and a nod, so they had to add that reference at the end. I was like,
oh,
no, please, no.
come on,
So
guys.
I just that's what I hope for. It's either they were always there and it's just a natural course.
Uh huh.
Everyone has a potential to be a mutant, but some more than others, or that it was happening because of all the experimentations trying to make the unfortunate of trying to make human weapons because of things like the Avengers, and that people finally are with the acknowledgement that they're not alone in the universe, and that
Right.
and that there are aliens that either look like humans that are settling down on Earth, or having a spaceport from Earth and they're traveling to and fro.
Yeah. 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 It's certainly going to be interesting to see just how this whole situation is dealt with because, like, the mutants are a big deal, obviously.
Mhm,
People are going to get on board with it. And I just hope that whatever solution they come up with is good. Like, do you keep X-23? Probably. Do
mhm.
you keep Channing Tatum's Gambit when he's already getting really old? And how long can he do this? Like,
Yeah.
I would love him to stay around, but I know if Mitch was here, he'd be having an aneurysm right now because he's wrong. Because Channing Tatum's perfect as Gambit.
He's okay as Gambit because like I know the whole gimmick of him is hamming it up so far as that you can't understand him.
Right. That's why they're
That's
going to tell him
yeah,
to tone it down, and he's going to be like, "Yeah, I got a dialect coach last time because of Deadpool's recommendation."
yeah, because especially because even looking back and watching Deadpool, it's like I have to I have to focus on what he's actually
Oh
trying to
yeah,
say because it's like really hard.
it
But
is.
yeah, it's like if we had a different actor playing like a more serious Gambit, I'd be up for it. But if Channing Tatum wants to play Gambit, he can play Gambit. It's
He's
just
waited almost 20 years.
yeah,
Crazy,
but
man.
yeah, that's what I want. I was like, though, if they're gonna go with this mutant saga, if they don't go full on, you know, Mars X-Men, I I guess the common consensus is that they would want Mr. Sinister to be one of the villains or one of the
Oh,
main
he's
villains
got to
of
be
the arc.
first because Fox didn't
Yeah,
use him for 20 years. I think he's going to be first. Yeah, him and Arcade
yeah,
make perfect sense. Like,
yeah. So
yeah,
that's what I was saying. That's what technically I would probably like as for first arc villain is Mr. Sinister, which you can set up a lot of stuff with him because like he gets his hands into everything, even if you think he is dead. He'll come back because that was a clone.
yep, exactly. And Sinister is just a villain that's evil. There's no redemption for him,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that
yeah,
works.
yeah.
Mhm.
He's just a villain to be evil. Like I guess a sometimes was a courteous evil sometimes to
Yeah,
where like he will. he'll talk to you about your day while doing the evil deed. So
Sinister is the type of dude who sits down with Alex Jones and talks about how the Great Replacement theory is true. That's who Sinister is. It's like,
yeah, he's like, oh, it is true. I'm the one doing it.
yep, exactly. So like, yeah, it's like Sinister. I think he'll be it. So again, we'll get back to more X-Men soon enough, everybody. So hopefully you enjoyed that topic of discussion. So that has effectively brought us to the end of the show. Obviously, if you guys forgot, we recorded 2 back to back. So we are going to be doing some members topics after this. We got the Venom game, possibility of cancellation. We got Marvel Rivals, and Tristan and I break down all of that. Then we're going to talk about the future of Kang because there's been a development, and then we're going to talk about Lady Gaga as Dazzler. So hopefully you guys had a good couple of weeks that we haven't done this right away, right when it's supposed to air.
Yeah, Ricardo probably fell asleep.
Probably. Oh yeah.
Again.
Yeah, that's Ricardo. So with all that in mind, everybody, thank you for joining us, and we will be back soon, and expect a couple more pre-recorded episodes as the holidays are coming. So we're gonna have you guys covered with that. So stay tuned, and see you guys next time. Well, everybody, thank you for watching that video. And as always, you can like, subscribe, share, do whatever you will. Check out the recommended video that's popped up somewhere on the screen. And also, if you would like additional content, including more discussions and more unfiltered content, check out what we offer to the members section, which has new videos going up all the time.